It wasn't ours. It was Max's. It was his own personal one.
About 50 grand.
About 8 or 9, I think. But yeah, still not great.
No, it's not funny, is it?
Oh.
No, you carry on working.
I'm just doing something here, and then I'll. Sorry?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Can I ask you your name and
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
It's Lee Newitt.
Lee Newitt.
Yep.
Okay, so Lee, is this your first Wohasu?
It is my first Wohasu, yes.
Oh wow! And have you experienced anything yet, or are you just through the door?
I am just through the door trying to reach out to my colleagues and get everybody in the same place and just seeing what's going on.
Oh, fantastic!
And
So
then
it's a
this
group
wonderful
of you.
person came along and started sticking microphones at me.
Have you seen my happy jumper?
It's a very good happy jump. I love that. I love the heart. Lots of love in the world. That's what we need.
Yeah. So, what are you most looking forward to here?
Michael Steger.
Michael Steger,
Yeah,
okay.
I have. About 6 years ago, I saw him and looking forward to catching up with him again and hearing what he's got to say, how things have moved on. Hopefully, meeting and hearing Karen Guggenheim, the organizer,
She
I
is
believe.
amazing,
Yeah. And seeing some friends and colleagues here as well.
Oh, fantastic! Well, thank you, Lee, for
My
stopping
pleasure.
and letting us chat with you.
My pleasure.
that's okay. I just want to get
I
you
want to get you photographed. Get the photographer.
looking like busy.
Yeah, I think because the speakers are so interesting. Health video. You want to do video?
I feel like you could just say my name is and I am really enjoying Wohasu.
Maybe next time. Yeah, if you want, you can stand in front of this here. Max, maybe we.
It was incredible.
Yeah, no, you go ahead. um, right. Have you got a camera? You want to take us?
Did you already make it?
No.
Are you going
Not,
to
no,
make it?
I'd never get there's too many people. You're doing the book signing, so
But are you going to interview me?
I don't know yet. I'm just you want me to take the
If you don't mind, can you please answer?
yeah. He's got a sign book. We don't have a camera person.
So just tell him to not do that.
Is that the way everybody else?
Because I think he's got enough.
Okay. Sorry. I think we have enough. So let's film. Hello. Can I grab a few words with you? Yeah. Right. Okay. Can you tell us your name and is this your first time attending Wohasu?
Oh, my name is Anna, and this is my third Wohasu.
Your third. Okay,
Yeah,
so
and
you
I'm
are.
obsessed with it. Yes.
Is there a special word? Like, do we have? What is that? It's a Wohasu for life.
Yeah, it's actually I think this is the event for the year for me. Kind of, I manage all my schedule around this. Yeah, even my traveling plans. Yeah, and I'm so excited. Usually,
So the first thing that on January 1st, the first thing that goes into the calendar is Wohasu.
yeah, at the time of the Wohasu, I'm planning these 2 days I will be planning my next year because it will depend on the schedule when the current decide will be the next one.
So what have you enjoyed the most so far about Wohasu?
Actually, the connection, the people that we made. Last year, for example, I'm a coach, and for the third year, I'm working here as a coach and facilitator. So last year, a couple of coaches get together, and we wrote a book about happiness. How cool is that?
That is very
I
cool.
came just to cross pollinate and to be and enjoy myself with the like-minded people, but ended up with a book.
You ended up an author.
Yeah,
Amazing.
could be better.
Okay. So do you have one tip for anybody who's like wondering what's Wohasu like? You know, should I come here? What's your thought?
Well, yeah, it's about connection. It's about coming together with the like-minded people and finding the meaningful, buddies, colleagues, friends. Yeah, come together and enjoy this space. And yeah,
Amazing. And can I just ask you what book you've purchased?
I booked the Arthur Brooks
the
book.
life
Yeah,
book.
yes, I was impressed with his talk. And my friend actually suggested she already read this book, so she suggested to.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
I have read it and it is fantastic.
I hope I will enjoy it. Well,
Okay.
I know that I will enjoy it.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Anna.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for allowing me. Thank you so much.
Are they?
In the morning. Where is your background?
I'm Irish.
I see. Yeah. That's it. Nothing else.
Enough about me. The star of the moment. Could you tell us your name and what you're doing here at Wohasu?
My name is Alina. I'm from Toronto, and it's my second time in Wohasu.
Your second Wohasu. Okay, so was that Italy last year?
No, I was in Miami 1 year previously, before.
Okay, so how would you sum up Wohasu for our audience? Somebody who's never been here, how would you sum it up?
You have to be here. You have to be, because you can hear the most important words and the most important phrase in your life, and you can change your life, and you can, be more happy and be more strong in our very difficult world.
Yeah, very. So, is there anything that you've heard so far in this summit that has inspired you or just reignited some fire?
I think the most important phrase that I heard today, it was like your life is your own startup and you're entrepreneur from Arthur Brooks. And I think this is the most important thing because I came here, I'm a therapeutical coach, and I would like to push and move my own art project where I have been I combine psychology and art together. And through the immersive project, I would like to push, like my art project where people can find their self, and if you find yourself, you can be happy and you will find your purpose, the most important thing.
Yeah, and that's the theme this year, right? It is well-being is the purpose. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, darling. Thank you, thank you.
Where's it gonna go? It's just a little bit of fun social media that they're doing.
Okay.
Oh.
What are you gonna ask me?
Well, what would you like? I could just ask you your name. Is this your first time attending Wohasu? And anything you're looking forward to? We can keep it short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Yeah,
Okay.
I wouldn't even think about it.
Okay. Right, Max. It's a good idea. Hey, is going out of the comfort zone, obviously. So, could you tell us your name and is this your first time at Wohasu?
This is my first time. My name is Anna Maria Bowering, and I'm a life balance coach. And I'm here to learn from the greats and to get inspired. And it really, from the moment I walked in, a woman, a new friend, brought me a coffee, and it's just like sharing these little micro interactions with people that just bring so much joy and happiness. And
So, is there a talk that you're particularly looking forward to, or something that caught your eye where you're like, I really cannot wait?
Arthur Brooks, and he was so incredible. My husband's been talking about him, and we want to do his happiness course online, and he was an amazing speaker, really inspiring.
I see he's doing a book signing right now.
I know, but the line is so long, but I'll get there.
Yeah, you'll get there. Perseverance is the purpose, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
We have a very special guest now. Hello.
So I'll be his translator today.
Okay.
He's actually communicating complete sentences and thoughts.
Okay, because I was just hoping.
He's saying that he really loves the interviewer and that, he's happy to be here, happy to be of service on the clock. I mean, I don't know how many times he's been pet today. It's got to be in the millions.
I mean, it must be tough being that cute, though.
Oh, absolutely. I think that he has an obliviousness to that, and I think that's what he really connects to. So, he just made a sound. Oh, I think he thinks it's a sleigh.
I think maybe the microphone is interesting smell. So, but what's Bogart most looking forward to at the summit?
Well, he was going to have a keynote, but, I think that just being of service to everyone and just being able to, give people, happiness and support is what he's,
So how does Bogart describe the Wohasu energy?
I think he wears it, he look at him, look at him now. He wants to jump out and start running, and I think he was going to answer that question, not me. So.
Oh, well, thank you, Bogart. You're the best.
Say bye. There it is.
So, hello and welcome to Wohasu TV. Can you tell us your name and is this your first Wohasu?
Okay, so my name is Beatriz Lere and it's my second Wohasu. I was here last year for Como. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so is your name, is it Italian?
It's Brazilian. Beatriz,
okay.
yes.
Okay,
You can call me Bia. It's easier.
Thank you. So what's brought you back to Wohasu again?
Okay, so I work with happiness and well-being at Reconnect, and I'm very happy to meet so many enthusiastic and scientists of well-being and happiness, and meeting so many Brazilian friends and meeting so many friends all over the globe that have this shared purpose. So well-being is the purpose, and I'm here for this.
So have you heard anything yet today that's really inspired you, or is there something you're really looking forward to today or tomorrow?
I think everybody's speech was a bit inspiring. I'm collecting like sentences and insights from each one of them, that it's a shared value that we have to practice, that we have to, for ourselves, for government, educations, organizations, everybody has a role to play, and that we have to do this together. So I'm strengthening my relationship and my mission to be a part of this.
So have you got any last like special message for the Wohasu TV viewers?
Be with your tribe, do it every day, and spread the positive message that we can be happier and with more well-being in our general days.
Together.
Yeah, together.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Right. So this is a happy guy.
I am a happy guy.
Does happy guy have a name?
Venki Raman. I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this your first Wohasu?
No, this is my third Wohasu. I've been here a few times. Yeah.
Okay, so come on, what's bringing you back to Wohasu every year?
You know what? The science of positive psychology and happiness studies are fascinating. It's needed for every corporate leader. And I've been I was a former bank executive, and I led very large teams. I noticed that motivation was the way, and keeping people happy was the way to achieving higher productivity, more business, everything. So what I decided to do was, once I kind of thought I grew up in the corporate career, once I became an executive and did that for a bunch of years, I said, let me go teach it to people. So I became a coach, and I consult with financial institutions, and I work with leaders and teams, teaching them happiness studies so that they can not only feel good for themselves, lead a better family life, but also lead highly motivated teams that perform really well and contribute to the bottom line.
Okay. Yeah. So if you had to describe Wohasu, the energy, everything here to the viewers, how would you describe it?
Oh, you got to be here, first of all, to feel the energy or experience it online. Just a bunch of people who are all very accomplished. We've got business people, we got people from government, we got people from schools, we've got coaches, doctors, psychotherapists, psychiatrists, people like me who've been in corporate lives, who believe that motivation and human well-being is the key to corporate success and bottom line. You know, we are all here. There's so much of good energy here. I think just by hanging around, the vibe is going to be absolutely infectious, right?
And yeah, I think something that you mentioned really, really important, because you've experienced it with your team. So you know that this works. You know how important this is.
Absolutely. I mean, it's fundamental, right? When you feel good, even as a kid, when you feel good, when you were made to feel good, you really like the person that made you feel good, right? Or you like to do, you behave well, right? Yeah. So that's the whole thing. Why is it that we forget these things when we grow up, right? We should remind. This forum, for me, is like it's like an immersion for me. Whenever I come here, I get a lot more input. I take a few quotes from people, and I walk away and I teach it to the corporate world. Why not? Right? It's a good life.
It's a fantastic life, right?
It is.
Just a good life. So, if you some words of inspiration, so what, like, is there a talk you're really looking forward to today or tomorrow? Something in particular at Wohasu this year, or is it just everything?
It's everything, but for me in particular, Arthur Brooks. I did my course with Harvard X, so he's my prof, and I had the good fortune of meeting him. And Karen Guggenheim, I admire Karen for her story, her bravery, and her inspiring speeches. So I'm really looking forward to listening to Karen again. Yeah. I can't get enough of listening to her. I've shared her talk with my daughter, with several of her friends, and she's very inspirational.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I think we're all really looking forward to Karen's talk as well. So,
exactly.
Wohasu, woo!
You got it. Yeah, hey, absolutely. Cheers. Thank you.
So, I'm going to quickly ask you to introduce yourselves, your name, and if this is your first Wohasu. So,
my name is Deb Looney, and this is my first Wohasu. And I brought my daughter.
I'm her daughter, Sarah, and same as well.
Okay, so what's brought you both here?
So we're back in the States, and we are starting a new company called Loopwell. And it's about well-being and bringing people together. So I knew that this was the place to come to learn from the experts of the industry and just get, just information to bring back to help people.
Is this your first time at Wohasu?
Yes.
Yes,
First
both
time. First time being in London in a long time,
Yes.
and overall, I mean, it's only been a few speakers, but I've learned so much already.
So much.
We're so glad we're here.
Amazing.
We just got some
Really
books
excited.
signed. We're ready to go.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, did you catch Arthur Brooks' talk there? Yeah.
Yes.
Anything that he said that particularly resonated that you?
So many. I want him to come to our space, and we're in New York, so I definitely would love to reach out to him to have him be a speaker. She's actually graduating from college in May, and she's already wants to apply for
I touched
Harvard.
base with him, said hi to him, but I think the main thing I took away was that pleasure and happiness are very different. So that was a big takeaway I had from that.
Yeah, and so if you had to describe the energy of Wohasu to people who are thinking about coming, have never come, how would you describe it?
It was amazing. My orange blazer tells it all. Everyone is very friendly, and it's just nice to be around so many people who are aligned with the same mission.
Yeah,
and
bettering each other.
Yeah, it's just the feeling is energetic and also giving and loving and happy. It's happiness, but the information, and I could just tell we're only here for only a few hours, and my notebook is like almost full of just amazing information and statistics too. This is all very evidence-based, which is very important. So amazing. So we're really excited.
So when is Loopwell launching?
Well, we opened in June, and we have our first location in Montclair, New Jersey, which is 12 miles from the city, and we're opening up New York in June, this June, a year later. And we have a lot exciting lineup of different speakers and authors. So this is a great place to find more.
The initial stages right now.
Fantastic, very exciting, right? Well, I hope you have lots of fun here and get lots of inspiration.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was great to meet you.
Okay.
Name?
My name is Hasu, and it means a smile.
Oh my goodness! So whoa, Hasu. Is there I wonder if that was thought about. I wonder if So, Hasu.
Yeah.
Is this your first Wohasu?
Yes, it is actually. And I think it's the beginning of a journey for me. And I'm looking forward to actually, going every year, hopefully.
Yeah. Have you been meeting lots of people? Like, what's the energy been like for you here so far?
It's been really amazing. It's like everybody's so friendly. And also, I think everybody's here for one reason. They want to feel happier. And, and make the world a happier place. What better place than this to do it all? And
what better purpose, right?
Yeah. And I just wanted to wish everyone, a happy days forever. Yeah. Enjoy yourself. Try your best and be happier.
Well, I don't think there's a better message than that, Hasu.
God bless you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye. Okay. Well, fantastic. Will you like to introduce yourself to the Wohasu TV audience and tell us what you're doing?
Of course. So, hey, Wohasu TV. I am Rob Stevenson, aka DJ Mood Swing, and I'm here at the conference to create musical energy between the sessions, and I'm also speaking on a panel on the mind-body connection as well.
Right. So, where did the name Mood Swing come from?
So, good question. So, I experienced bipolar disorder, which is a mental illness. And I've DJed for like 25 years. And then someone suggested the name Mood Swing to actually represent my mental health challenge. So it's a bit tongue in cheek, but, kind of real point that my mood does go up and down depending on where I am with the cycle.
So do you find events like Wohasu have an impact? Does that push the barometer in any particular way? Or?
It definitely pushes it up, right? So for me, I get really energized by connection. And so meeting people, a lot of people I've met online or I know on LinkedIn, in person, I find hugely energizing. I think when I'm performing, I've got to watch my energy levels as well. So I need to recover in the evenings because I'm always on. but I come away feeling inspired, energized, and generally in a great mood afterwards.
Fantastic. So is there any talk that you're going to attend here during Wohasu that you're looking forward to, or people?
So I'm really keen to hear the results of this year's World Happiness Support with Jan Emmanuel Deneuve. I really enjoyed Arthur Brooks at the start today. But again, I'm just tuning into most of them really, because you never know when you're going to get that super nugget that you're going to take with you going forwards.
And speaking of super nuggets, for those people who are not lucky enough to be here today and to see your talk, do you have one nugget you could share with the audience?
Yeah, so we're speaking today on the mind-body connection, and I think it's really important to approach our well-being from a sense of whole. You know, it's not just about your mind, it's about the physical, it's about what you eat, it's about how you move, it's about how you sleep. And I think it's really important to approach it with a sense of lightness and curiosity.
Yeah. Okay, so lightness and curiosity. I'm very curious now to hear that talk.
100%, yeah. Definitely.
Thank you so much for coming and chatting with us.
Pleasure.
I know. Look at my back. Okay, so welcome to Wohasu TV. Okay, so would you both introduce yourselves and tell us, is this your first Wohasu?
My name is Preet and I'm a co-founder of Kindnamic. And yes, it is a first visit to Wohasu and it's already been worth it all the way.
Thank you. I'm Christian Kamitun, the other half of Kindnamic. So bringing dynamic movements of kindness to the world. And it is our, like Preet said, it's our first Wohasu. So pleasure to be here, honoured to be here. We're here with Raj and Neha that are speaking tomorrow, I believe, at 11. So they were with us yesterday. So yeah, hot off the stage, should we say.
Wow. So can you give our audience a little sneak peek about what you're talking about tomorrow?
We are not talking tomorrow. Yeah, we are accompanying other speakers.
So do you know what they're talking about?
Yes, Neha will be talking about how to protect yourself from burning out. And Raj, he's a co-founder of Conscious Capitalism. So how can we bring more kindness? Conscious businesses could be more conscious, not just about profits, but also bringing more kindness in the world, which is our business as well.
And our aspiration for the platform we were creating, it's an ecosystem essentially. So we want to bring AI for great, not just for good. So we hear that we need to speak to you at some point about that. And so, you know, to change the narrative around that, because I think if it can be used in that manner and encourage, you know, kindness, happiness, and I think, you know, we can use it to actually bring that to the forefront. And, you know, if we can show the figures in that, then the conscious leaders, which you'll find out about tomorrow, will business, you know, it's all about the metrics and show that. And I think that's what's going to help people buy into it, you know, and the decision makers to actually see the value in that. You know, eventually we say, you know, return on investment is return on caring, return on kindness, and also return on happiness.
Yes, and it's the purpose, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
And another very, very important thing, how we all playing our parts is like a big jigsaw puzzle. We all playing in, and when we do our best, we already playing for a bigger picture, not just for small me, for the big us.
Yeah.
Isn't it the most beautiful and the worth goal pursuing in the world?
I feel like you're really summing up the whole Wohasu vibe.
Thank you.
It's our crowd for sure. So we feel blessed to be here, and
We
you know,
so feel
kudos
blessed,
to
yes.
Dr.
Thank you for putting all this big event up. It's amazing.
Yeah, well, Karen Guggenheim is the lady, right?
Yes.
Amazing. I don't know. She has a new book. I don't know if you've heard about Cultivating Happiness, and I think it's her story is amazing. So if you haven't, I think she's talking tomorrow, right?
We'll check out.
Yeah.
I've been I watched her like signing books, and I was waiting to get a moment, so I can't wait to give her a big hug and thank her for all the amazing work she's done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you both so much for coming and chatting to Wohasu TV.
Enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, right here we are back at Wohasu TV. Would you mind introducing yourself to our audience?
So hi, my name is Neha Sangwan. By training, I'm an engineer, I'm an internal medicine physician, and I'm an executive coach. This is my third year at the World Happiness Summit. So I was in Miami, I was in Lake Como, and now I'm in London. And I am so excited to be back.
Now, if you had to sum up the energy at Wohasu, how would you sum that up?
I would say it is as ambitious and driven as it is open and generous. You meet people with huge hearts who truly listen to you. And when they listen to you, they think of ways that they can help your dreams come true. So I love it here. I'd say if you're not here, get here.
So you're giving a talk tomorrow. Would you give us a little sneak peek preview about what you'll be talking about tomorrow?
Sure. So this is the first talk that my partner Raj Sisodia and I are giving together. Raj is the co-founder of Conscious Capitalism. So it's a movement that basically says you can do well in the world and make a profit by doing good. And so he did all the research on the 28 companies that he picked whose customers love them and their employees love them. And so he now spreads this all over the world. So him and I are in a chat tomorrow, and we'll be talking about not only the global trends that are going on how do we now make the world a better place in business, but also I'll be speaking about, I've written 2 books, one on healthy conflict and one on burnout. So I'll be talking about the merging of our personal and professional lives, and how now do you make sure you keep your energy up, and when your energy starts draining, how do you figure that out, and how do you heal it?
Oh my goodness. It sounds like there is a lot there. So anybody who hasn't signed up, I'm thinking you should sign up.
And don't forget, it's an election year. So the other book I wrote is about conflict, and it's about leaning into healthy conflict in our high stakes relationships. So
because you mentioned actually just before we came on camera about that by conflict, we like to avoid conflict. So,
Yeah.
So like how do you have any tip on how do we sort of change that if we naturally don't want conflict?
Sure. Well, the first thing is your biology will always win. Our biology, our brains and our spinal cords, our biology is meant to protect us. We seek pleasure and avoid pain, right? Our brain is helping us figure out where are we going to find happiness? Where are we going to find pain? And keep us away from that. Conflict is something that naturally, since we were young, we've had an experience in our own family about what conflict means. And sometimes conflict means that I may have to give up my attachment to someone I care about. So that's danger. So in this book, what I teach you is how your body's communicating with you so that you can unhook from the danger that's not real, but the danger, in fact, that's going to help keep you married, keep you in friendships, have you with political dialogue that's different than your own and allow you to expand your perspective and connect to someone. But you have to go through a little bit of the discomfort when it's different than what you know, when it's unfamiliar to you. And the big question is, how do we do that?
I mean, so I feel like this is the $1 million question this year, particularly in the US.
You bet.
With like
Trump versus Biden, like this whole thing. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for anybody who's in these conversations that?
Yeah. I mean, I have lots of thoughts about it. In a very strange way, recently, I ended up in West Palm Beach not at Mar-a-Lago, at Trump's International Golf Course. And I was teaching a group of people there. And I have to just say, that's not normally where I would have ended up, right? But I was leading a group. And what I learned was that I actually enjoy any room where people are interested and curious and accountable and interested in expanding their perspective. So what I'd say is, let's not get caught in the divide of Democrat versus Republican, or in the UK, it is the conservative versus Labor. When we do that, we divide ourselves. And what we really have to do is use our listening skills to deepen, to hear what someone values, and then use that to help heal us and elevate above the divide to do what's best for the world. So it's a me, we world. Know what you believe in. Listen to what the other values. Because when I hear that you value family or integrity or honesty, I do too. But it might look differently. So that's where we can find our common ground. So it's really important that we learn to navigate our emotions instead of going to that place where it feels like danger to be near you, right? We need to unhook from that, be able to have dialogue, and in disagreement, expand our perspective. So that's what I teach you to do.
This is amazing. I feel like it's like a more compassionate world with you, right?
Well, I hope so. I mean, honestly, I would say, so here's my purpose in life.
Yeah.
Here's my purpose.
Okay, here
We're
we
at
go.
the well-being is purpose, okay? I believe even this interaction, so I call it a sacred exchange. I believe that every interaction, experience, and relationship, no matter how brief we know each other or for how long, is meant to for us to grow, heal, and unite. And if we trust ourselves and we trust each other to do the dance of our souls, to learn and grow from each other in this experience, then we can evolve as one human family. So, serving as a catalyst for that to happen, that's the purpose of my life.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Neha, for joining us at Wohasu TV. And
I love it. I will be back every year that they'll have me.
So we'll see you tomorrow and see you next year.
Yes, thank you. I can't wait to see where it is next year because we did Miami, Como, London.
Yeah,
What
right.
next?
All right,
Thank you, guys.
Okay, so joining us on Wohasu TV now, we have
Anna Bassala from Brazil. Anna Di Giuseppe from Italy.
Wow, fantastic. Well, welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Is this your first Wohasu?
No. I don't know how many times.
But the fourth.
The fourth.
Yeah.
That's the third for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what keeps bringing you back to Wohasu every year?
The dream that Karen has, and the fact that we got together during the CHO program, and we got very close, and we are working on happiness every day.
Yeah. And we did the first Chief Happiness Officer course, so we became a family. So, as soon as we have this opportunity, it's so nice to be together, all together. And we heard about that, how important it is to have, the company of the people that we love, we care, and then we feel, warm. So it's awesome. It's an amazing experience. And I invite everyone to come.
I was going to say, if you had to sum up Wohasu for anybody who hasn't been here or is thinking about coming, how would you sum it up?
Amazing, especially relationship is what we need. Good relationship. And we found here.
Absolutely. Connection, relationship, networking, because we realize that we are not alone and that we all want happiness in this world.
Okay.
Make it more sustainable.
Well, thank you, ladies. Obrigada.
Gina.
Grazie. To our international audience, thank you both.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Introduce yourself, your name to our viewers, and tell us what you're doing here.
So I'm Isabel. Can you hear me? Okay, I'm Isabel Razis. I come from Greece, and I'm the happy co-founder of Wellbeing GR. We are an NGO based in Athens, and we promote well-being, social, physical, and emotional well-being throughout the country.
So that's amazing, first of all. Can I ask you, in this space, is there something that you do like each day to help yourself? Because obviously you're inspiring other people all the time, and that will take a lot of energy from you. So is there something you do that helps?
Yes, I do have a few things that I absolutely do. So first of all, it's the connection with the nature. So I always try to find places not too far from my home, my house. And I just drive usually with my dog and I walk. So this is one thing. And then the other thing that helps me a lot is swimming. So I swim throughout the year, in the winter also. And this is something I do like once a week, and it's very helpful for myself.
Can I ask you, when you say swimming, do you mean swimming in the sea?
So I swim twice a week in the pool, okay, and once a week in the sea.
Wow.
But we live in Greece.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yes.
I'm Irish, and it's really not the same in
Okay.
Ireland.
And then at last but not least, I try to have true connections.
Yeah.
So this is something that I think that, you need to be aware about that, because sometimes due to our everyday life, we tend to forget. But then if you realize that this is really good for you, then you tend to do it more.
Can I ask you, if you had to sum up like Wohasu attending, is this your first Wohasu?
Yes.
Yeah. So how has it been so far? Like, how have you found it?
Well, it's inspiring. triggers desire for action. And it's a great way to meet mind-alike people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
and chatting
you.
with us.
Thank you. Bye.
So, welcome back to Wohasu TV, and today we have
Meg Nasero. I'm from Miami, Florida. I've flown all the way from Miami to be here this week with Wohasu and Happiness Festival.
So, is this your first Wohasu?
No, I actually have been here. This is my 5th one. So I'm excited to come back, seeing old friends, meeting new people. It's really awesome. And got to be with you guys. So that's even better.
Now, you have really been going the extra mile and spreading the love here, because we all have these incredible love badges. So, tell us about this. How has this come
So
about?
it's a wonderful initiative. Dr. Habib Sadeghi and Chris Martin from Coldplay have been promoting love for years, because that is clearly where at that foundation we're going to interact and interconnect and be that for each other. And always when you see words that are uplifting and positive like love, if you see love coming, you're generally going to be nicer to other people. So we always say pass around the buttons and share the love, or be the love that you want to see in the world. So that's basically what it is.
That is amazing, and thank you. Everybody's now wearing their love badges and feeling the love, like literally.
Yeah.
So, if you had to sum up Wohasu this year, has there been something so far that you've just like been like, yes, that's amazing, or something you're really excited about?
You know, I always get intentional before I ever do anything. And like this year, I was very intentional around the whole word of purpose. I'm a life purpose coach as it is. And I really encourage other people to come alive to the beauty of their dreams. And you realize that when you do it over and over, you might get burnt out because, you know, things aren't happening fast and you're not patient, and the resilience is there. But the reality is that at some point in time, you need to start loving yourself first, and really loving what that is that you are here to show up for, that calling. And when you get excited and passionate about that, so much more wonderful things happen. I have a wonderful author friend. Her name's Pam Brown. She always says, wake up in the morning with the notion of something wonderful is about to happen. But the reminder is to wake up in the morning and remember to say that, and then go out in the world. And it's totally different energy when you do.
Okay, well, that is an amazing message. So, everybody remember, something wonderful is going to happen today.
That's right. Always something wonderful is about to happen. And then you never know. I get to meet people like you, Susan. So I'm done. I'm good. Anything else is like icing on the cake for sure.
Can I just ask you, because obviously you're in the profession that you're giving out energy all the time. So what you're doing, like something for yourself, is what is so important. And I think people forget sometimes that side of it. So do you have one tip of one thing that you do each day that really helps you?
Well, I think the best tip is to really pay attention to your gut and your intuition. When you need to rest, you rest. When you want to show up in the world and find other people to play with, then go do that too. I was a federal prosecutor for the Department of Homeland Security for 20 years with ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So you can only imagine the contrast, and perhaps I'm shocking you right now because that was a part of my life that I'm very proud of, that component of service. And at a certain point in my life, I was so burnt out that I was like not even showing up for myself. So I really had to take a step back, and, you know, whatever questions I had to ask them. And, you know, my big wake up call in life was when I was, with my mom when she passed away, when she was only 67. And she said to me, chronic stress is going to kill you, and you don't want to have regrets. So I was like, well, I always wanted to write a Broadway musical, and I always wanted to be creative. And I'm doing a whole career that was good for me to learn a lot about who I am. But at the time when I was like looking myself in the mirror, and I was like, oh, I don't want to have regrets. I want to live this different life. So stepping out into that world, being inspired, and actually practicing what I want to preach, you know, because I have kids and they're watching too. So doing that is really paying attention to your inner guide, your intuition, and then stepping out differently. So now I get to be, like I said, with more creative people. I am writing a Broadway musical. I've written 3 books already. So that part of my life, and I have a podcast. So I would love to interview you one day, Susan. It would be even more fun. It's called Manifesting with Meg, Conversations with Extraordinary People. And I just won Best Podcast for Society and Culture for the American Writing Awards this last year. So I'm super excited. So yeah. So the energy component, I do have times where I just need to be alone, you know, but I do honor that. I do I love the ocean. Oh my God, it's just so calming to me. It's vitamin C, SEA, but vitamin C. So you have to help yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And that's why I'm here.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think everybody who's watching is going to have the same feeling as me. It's just like you are phenomenal and extraordinary. And this is your
company you keep, Susan. So there you go. I'm with you. So you are phenomenal too. I do believe that. I said nobody is an island unto their own. The people that show up in their life reflect who you are as well. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing all. I think, oh my goodness, I'm almost speechless. It's amazing. Thank
That's
you.
the beautiful thing is that we all have dreams and we all have things we want. But the first step toward that is truly figuring out what that is so that your strategy and your direction be laid out, following your dreams. It's Joseph Campbell's beautiful, follow your bliss. And the windows will open where the doors were once closed. So I know I bastardized that quote, but it's definitely that. Really pay attention to what you want, those something wonderfuls as they show up. Go with that. And then however you are, just think of it as a huge gift because we're all alive and we're all with each other. And we can learn so much from each other. So I hope
Thank you, Meg. Thank you for sharing those amazing words. So inspiring. Thank you so much.
Hugs. We're all hugging. And she has love on her back. Look at this. She's all about love. I mean, please. Thank you. Oh my God. And I love Peter. He's great. Peter's awesome.
Okay, welcome back to Wohasu TV. And I am joined now by
Louisa, Svetlana,
And Rich.
and Rich. Okay, so would you mind telling me, is this your first Wohasu, Louisa?
No, this is my third.
Okay.
Third Wohasu. My first one was supposed to be in 2020, and then it was canceled because of the pandemic. And I've been impatiently waiting till it comes back. It came back in 2022 in Miami, and ever since I've been coming every year.
Okay, and I was just following her, Miami, and then we've been in
Lake Como.
Lake Como, and in London.
Now I'm following her as well, but this is my first year.
Okay, so what's your experience been like so far?
I would say very positive. Some of the speakers this morning, at least, were very dynamic, including the opening speaker, Dr. Brooks. He really knows what he's talking about. And I did appreciate the fact that he included humor into his approach. Because, that's important to keep the audience listening and engaging. So, yeah, so far it's been great.
Fantastic. So what's keeping Louisa and Svetlana, what's bringing you back every year?
Every time we learn something new, even though we saw Ala last year, Ala was speaking today and doing this exercise, engagement crowd. Every time we learn something new, and even something we knew, it's good to repeat and to kind of remind yourself. So we're really enjoying speakers. I like also Dr. Brooks, and I like the Ala speech and her exercise. And it was just a lot of learning, new things, happy, positive things.
So is there something that you're particularly looking forward to tomorrow or later today?
Well, I'm looking for Robert Biswa's dinner speech. He's always so engaging. Like, I remember the first time when he presented in Miami, he didn't have any presentation or notes. He was just on the stage and he was sharing the story in such a way that it was so captivating. It was 30 minutes. I didn't notice how they passed. And again, as Svetlana said, learning so much, but looking forward to Robert's speech, to connecting and reconnecting with people, because one of the things that brings me back here is the community, like-minded people who support and promote well-being, and looking forward to that.
Amazing. So if the three of you had to sum up Wohasu in a few words, the energy for people at home who are watching, what would it be?
I would say the engagement, bringing people happiness and sharing happiness with others, the tools for happiness, the main criteria, how to be happy, how to help others to be happy, and just to spread the word, because we need more, more knowledge about it, more people to be happy. And I'm glad it's taken to the different levels in school and in colleges, universities, management companies, because that's what we need right now. I'm very happy to be part of it, and I'll support and I'll talk about this organization to my friends.
Amazing. Rich, anything to add to that?
I would just summarize it. It's been very uplifting and optimistic, which is always a good thing. So.
I think before we came on camera, what was that you said your key skill trait was?
Well, what's the test called that apparently...
Character Strengths by Chris Peterson and Marty Seligman.
There's 24 virtues that they rate you on or something. I just took it 2 weeks ago, and love is my number one.
Your one.
My number one. So, and I feel that kind of energy in the space today so far.
Okay,
So-
fantastic. Thank you. Well, Louisa, you have some final words for us here?
No, I'm just curious. Maybe next year's summit will be dedicated to love.
Yeah. Karen, if you're listening. Thank you, Louisa, Svetlana, Rich. Thank you
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you,
Wohasu
Susan.
TV.